am the oracle Apollo. Come share your light with me. These messages I follow, restoring balance unto thee. Do not be afraid, you're a part of saving grace. Do not hesitate, let's reignite your faith. Divine encounters are alive. Divine encounters, our lives designed. I am the oracle Apollo.
Thank you for joining me, your water-bearing Aquarian hostess with the Moses, Kapow, the Oracle of Apollo, and you're watching Divine Encounters. If you really need to know, my birth-given name is Dominique Rivera, but otherwise, just call me Oracle for the purpose of this feed. Today is supernatural story time, but first, as always, to your health, wealth, and prosperity, make sure that you have brought water to this interactive experience because it's not a passive experience, babe. I'm inviting you to be fully present in this. There's going to be leaps, bounds, and journeys through this experience. Your 1-hour retreat at home, away from home. So, without further ado, to your health. Yes. And if this is your first time, make sure you like and subscribe. I stream semi-weekly, Sunday night and Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And there's always a weekly winner. Yes, a weekly winner. That weekly winner wins a mini reading right here live on Divine Encounters. I invite you right before the feed to come on, and I've already done that, so hopefully our winner for the night does appear. And as always, I want you guys to know that I have a lot of things in the works right now, and I'm really excited to share that with you. So make sure you guys are here at the bottom of the hour as I'm making two huge, can you say huge announcements? Yes. And if you want to, you can join my free group. Sometimes I have free meditations, and I have an event coming this weekend, and it will be here at meetup.com, Awaken Philadelphia, for free things and hangouts and such. Hi, Lori. How are you today? Thank you for being here. And if you guys share this feed with 3 people, you'll be eligible next week to win a mini reading with me. Every Wednesday, we bring on a different person with the supernatural story time. So let's bring him on, shall we? Yes. Oh, let's see. There we go. Hey, there we are.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Joseph. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I've been feeling like there has been like a, when I put this down on a calendar, I've just been like, well, it's just like I've been waiting for your episode. And here we are now.
Me too.
And I'm super excited to have you on here. It's going to be an amazing episode, I'm sure. You have a great story to tell us. But first, why don't you introduce yourself to the folks at home? And folks at home, give him some heart and candle emojis and give him a nice hello, Divine Encounter style.
Well, thank you so much. I am Joseph Federico, the marketing maven. You can follow along across my social media platforms with the hashtag Joseph A. Federico. But first and foremost, I am a historian, namely involved in the 18th century, and I'm also a published author. So that's a little bit more about myself.
I did not know that. Can you say one more time what kind of historian you are?
Sure. So I am an 18th century historian.
What does that mean?
Author. So we can go on about this on this
Forever.
episode or in a future one, but I feel like I have a past life, a real true liking and a deep-rooted interest in the 18th century, especially during the Revolution.
Wow. And as you say that, that's funny because I'm feeling so much energy coming from you as you state that, which we know that is divine energy coming in. So it's like there's some truth here happening.
Absolutely.
What made you want to go into being a historian, and what does that entail?
So long story short, I worked in publishing, way back. I'm not going to age myself at the moment, but, it wasn't historical preservation until I was offered a position with my partner of now 15 years We, both have our degrees in publishing and journalism, and we got offered a position to write a book about Galloway Township in South Jersey, about half hour inland in the Pinelands, down south. So long story short, we spent about 2 years with the research. We got into learning the history of the township. Ben Franklin had been there. Other people had been in South Jersey, including George Washington. We got published, and here we are. So that kind of really intrigued me, and I kind of went further than that. So,
Wow. Wow, that's like a soul calling. You know what's interesting? And we're supposed to be getting to the good news right now, but let me tell you something. It's interesting because as you're stating this, you know what? It's so funny. I am actually seeing some things as you're stating this. I see you as a messenger, the correspondence person in that time frame that you're discussing to me right now. And I feel like I'm in a wartime. I feel like I have a little satchel on the side of my bag, and I'm here, and I send back and forth the communications. And I feel like this is part of your past story of your past life.
I got chills because my mother had been to a spiritualist when I was little, and they had said that a past life of mine actually was one of George Washington's messengers.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we're confirming things today here on Divine Encounters.
Yes.
Ah! Okay, guys, if you haven't seen this before, this experience is going to involve some things. Joseph's going to share his wonderful story with us today. We're going to have the good news, which is an awareness exercise, and I'm inviting you to be present fully because there's going to be a question afterwards, and I want to hear your thoughts on that question. We're going to clear your energy today. We're going to build your intuition today. We're going to have a midweek collective energy check-in at the end of the episode, and of course, the weekly winner. So before we get into anything else, I say to that, what's good? Okay, everyone, with my echo happening, the good news. I couldn't help myself with the echo. That was just too funny. Okay, so this card today, and I just wanted to point this out to Joseph specifically. This card is called The Weight of the World. This is about boundaries today. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulders, to put on your own oxygen mask first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for caring so very much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way you've been doing so lately is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say you should switch off to the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so that you're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first to a nourishing practice such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, or exercising in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face today, the state of the world, and care for others. And at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that is not yours to carry. You can pick it up again the next morning if you so choose to, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. And that is the good news for today. How do you feel about this message today, Joseph?
That was spot on because today was a very interesting day within my mind and body. And then I hopped on and I was more energized coming on the show to be able to speak about my experiences.
That's really funny because that happens to me too. And I've been on other people's shows and not so much, but when we do these episodes, it doesn't matter how I feel arriving because when I'm in it, it's like the divine just fills me and I'm just like who I need to be in this exact moment for what we're doing energetically.
Absolutely. And the prep time, about an hour before coming on the show, I did my makeup tutorial and I got ready. I got in the zone and I really kind of blocked everything out for myself to be able to come on the show tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for that prepping. And that's why when you mentioned this to me before in the green room, I was like, wait till you hear
Oh,
the
I got
good
chills again,
news.
so don't worry.
So I had 2 questions for you. This is the first one, and this is not just for Joseph, but everyone at home. Sharing is Carrie. Be present here fully and into the experience. So how are you rejuvenating your energy?
So I am rejuvenating. Currently there's a lot going on with growing the business. I'm very grateful, but there's a lot of things being thrown at me, and I'm trying to kind of cut the phone time out. At certain times, during the day and night. Trying to wake up in the morning to a happy song from my childhood or youth in the '80s, get the energy up and running, and trying to really attempting to take the energy back.
What is this happy song that you're waking up to from the 80s? I now I need to know.
Well, there's a playlist on Spotify that I sometimes turn to, but it's "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John.
Oh
Currently.
my gosh. Yes.
And that's very
Yes.
powerful to me, especially because my birthday's soon, and there's a lot of energy going on that I feel around with my ancestors and myself right now. So
Oh, that's wonderful. That's really beautiful. I actually have this song. I'm going to type it right here so everyone can see it. Hold on, guys. I want to share this with you. This is my morning song, and it is called Thank You for This Day, and it is from Karen Drucker. It's about 4 minutes long, and it is such a beautiful mantra to begin your day. So, guys, screenshot this. Check this out so that way this can be the first thing you hear when you wake up. I promise you will not be disappointed. And so here's the second question, and I'm waiting for you guys at home to comment on how you rejuvenate your energy. But for Joseph, what are you carrying that isn't even yours? That's a hard one.
it is, but today especially, like a lot of people I feel are carrying their own weight of the world and they're projecting. And I'm carrying that with me. I'm an Aries. I'm a very type A, personality. So I have a tendency of letting that affect me, unfortunately.
Happy birthday, Aries, baby. Yeah, but we all have that, right? We all have those moments, and this is just those moments to reiterate, are you putting boundaries up? Are you reinforcing your boundaries? Are you in that authentic space? And
Sure.
we have Uriel, and she says she's giving herself permission to be very gentle with herself after her healing recently, but to also just do it in general, especially when it's most needed. That's a great answer.
I love that.
And Lori says, thinking positive and not negative and not worrying. And yeah, everything's about perspective, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's funny because I was having a talk earlier with Lauren. We're talking about shaving cream, and he had a little bit somewhere. I don't know where he had it. And he was like, I noticed it. Did you notice it? And I was just like, no, I was entranced by your words. I did not notice it. And so we kind of we get sometimes so critical about things that we just want to point out the one imperfection, the one blemish. And it is about perspective. If you look at your partner and all you see are his flaws, it's interesting. I heard a story today. You'll appreciate this. And it's a wife and a husband. And this is a story about just recognizing perspective. And the husband always just sees negative, negative, negative. So he tells her, make me 2 eggs, one fried and one scrambled. So she fries the egg and she scrambles the other egg and she serves, and he just makes a sound. And she goes, what did I do wrong this time? And he says, you fried the wrong egg.
Interesting.
Right, because it's like when you want to find something wrong with something, you will find it.
You will.
If you want to find something worthwhile, you will find it.
You will.
And
Absolutely.
it's all about that perspective. So you also have a perspective you're sharing with us today, Joseph. You have a supernatural story time.
I do.
You do. And as we're talking about this, I just feel like all this energy just flowing between us. I'm not sure if you're picking up on that, but it's definitely there for
Right
sure.
Here. I am right here. Absolutely.
This is fun, right? So tell us a little bit about your history growing up as far as your beliefs.
Sure. So I was born and raised Catholic. Being LGBT, that really didn't affect me growing up. I just never really liked growing up in the Catholic Church. It was always a chore to go on Sundays, and it was a chore to go to CCD, and just a chore. And I got older, and I decided to extract the spiritual aspects of that to carry with me, but I'm no longer a practicing Catholic per se. Of course, the holidays and with my family, but I'm more of a spiritualist right now.
And could you explain to people at home what that means to you? What does being a spiritualist mean to you versus
Believing
being
in a higher
Catholic?
power, of course, believing in a higher power, believing in spirit guides, and learning, not only learning but entertaining that within my life as I get older and more mature.
Nice. That's beautiful. And I feel like a lot of people who are watching the show, and me included, I also grew up Catholic. And then one day I got sat down by my friend and he said, "Why did you abandon God?" He haven't seen him in like 3 years. He said, "Why did you abandon God?" Met him at a bar, Chickies and Pete's actually. And because I had become Buddhist and a spiritualist. And I looked at him and I was like, the church will not accept my best friends who were LGBT. And me, I also affiliate. So it's like it doesn't accept us. So it's like, why are we here?
Sure.
I don't understand that. And there had to be more. And since I dropped that old programming, that old book that was taking up space on my shelf, that old file taking up space in the computer, then you discover something new.
Always. And I'm trying to do that again as I'm growing and getting more mature and learning more about not only world practices, but other religions globally that I can possibly take the love and light into my life going forward.
That's beautiful. So tell me about one of your first experiences when you have transitioned out of Catholicism and now into spirituality.
Well, long story short, being the historian, being curious, loving the South, I actually kind of turned to not being a practicing, person in this sector, but into voodoo. And I actually looked into the rebirth of that religion, and not the dark arts or anything like that, but I definitely, kind of turned to that first, being intrigued, knowing that I was a writer and what I had seen on television and in Hollywood, but I wanted to kind of peek behind the curtain and learn the truth about that at first. So,
what truths did you discover?
That it really is about the soul, and you become reborn and to a certain extent. And then I actually took a course right after that about Buddhism in college. So I'm going through the different practices around the world.
That's beautiful. And I feel that because I still take and choose the things that I like from Catholicism. And growing up, I went and I discovered, all of these different types of religions, and I take what I want from each one. You know what I mean? Like if this serves me, I'll take it. If this serves me, I'll take it. And it's just like a melting pot of soups of different ingredients that is customized to my experience.
As long as you're a good person and you want to nurture your soul, then why not?
Exactly. And I think that's where we all get bogged down. It's just like, oh no, what does that even mean? But as long as it feels like it's in alignment and you're not hurting anyone and you're discovering and you feel great about yourself and you're in service and you feel like you're in alignment, this is the true part of your soul being expressed inside of that physical form, right?
And being true to yourself as you get older as well.
And that's a hard one for a lot of people.
It's very hard. It's very difficult. Yeah.
That's the know thyself. And talking about know thyself, we're going to go into the divine experience here with you guys at home. And Joseph, have you received energy work before?
I have through family, but nothing to this extent.
Okay, so we're all about to do a divine experience, and this will be your first time here, and that's fantastic. So everybody at home, if you have the phone in your hand, before we put it down, I'm inviting you right now to be honest and self-check in right now. So from 1 to 10, where are you guys at energetically? 10 being this is the most amount of energy I could possibly hold. 1 being this is the least amount of energy I could possibly hold. And Joseph, you tap in with yourself and we'll come right back and then you let us know where you're at and you guys at home too. Okay, so where are you at right now, friend?
I would say I re-energized before the show. I'm about a 9.5 to 10 right now with energy.
I love that. I'm at a ceiling. I hit a 10 plateau right now. I'm like about to jump out of my chair. I'm so serious right now. And before this, I was like maybe at a 4, and I was just like, oh, okay. And then boom.
All day I was about a 4 to 5, and then again that hour prior to coming on, I was about a 10.
Beautiful. So we have our friends here and they're sharing their experiences with us. So now for you guys at home and for you, Joseph, everyone's going to close their eyes, take a breath in. If I'm in your phone, put it down, palms facing up. You could be laying or sitting and just prepare to receive for 1 minute. Let's go. Okay, 60 seconds on the clock now. Taking a beautiful golden breath in, letting it out. Eyes closing, coming into our inner world, and just allowing ourselves to be present with us. And I just want to bring our attention to our middle of our stomach this week. This is our solar plexus. This is where anger and resentment sits. And I want everyone to just put their hand right there on their solar plexus, the opening of the rib cage. And I want you to just repeat this for the next few seconds inside yourself. I forgive you and I set myself free. 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 And one deep breath in, send it down to the ground, down to the earth to be recycled and transmuted and uplifted and energized. And on your final breath, bringing beautiful golden light into your heart space. And then bringing the left and the right palm to touch in front of your heart and bowing to yourself and honoring your practice. Namaste. And gently open your eyes and wiggle your fingers and your toes, coming back to the present moment, into the here and the now. Don't stand because you might be blissed out, so that might be dizzy or lightheaded. And the vehicle may still be in motion, so keep all your arms and legs in. All right. Okay, Joseph, where are you at energetically now? And if you felt anything, colors, memories, tingling, pressure, uncomfortableness, electricity, anything, what did you feel?
I didn't see anything physically. I prior to the show, I did see some lights flicker in my living room while I was in the green room waiting to come on, and I felt a little sadness, but I tried to let that go just now.
Nice. So you had emotional release coming up.
I did.
That's powerful. Nelsida went from a 7 to an 8. So she went up 1 point in 1 minute. Yay, Nelsida. Thank you for that. And then, of course, if you guys felt anything or saw anything or experienced anything, you can put that in there too. Ashley, she went from a 5 to a 7. So she jumped up 2 points in 1 minute, which is pretty awesome. I always like to joke, like, if this was stock, I would invest, like that 1 minute is just like, whoa, look
Like
at all those points.
Stock.
Emotional stock, invest, buy. That's so funny. So you have a story and we're going to be talking about your spirit guide today. Did you always believe in spirit guides?
I always believed in spirits. My family always thought that a flickering light or a light bulb going out or some other noise in the house was a spirit, which always kind of freaked me out while I was little. Now, as an adult, I definitely believe in that, and I know that I have one myself.
Wow. So how did you discover? Get us into the beginning of the story and walk us through it. We want to know, how did you discover this spirit guide? What does it mean to you? How do you feel about it? And I'm just going to let you have the floor now.
Sure. So thank you so much. I would say I was in a dead-end job a few years ago, and it was rough. Financially it was rough, for my emotional self, for my mind. And, I was doing well prior to that. And I hadn't really, brought my agency full time. So I pushed through. I got really sick. I thought I had COVID before COVID even was a thing. And I went through 3 rounds of medications and, kind of cocktails. Finally got through 3 months later, feeling better, more energetic. And I knew something was trying to come out of my system, or, just my soul, or something was a breakthrough. And I decided to jump and take that leap of faith. Something was around me. I wasn't sure what it was until I had spoken to another friend of mine who's also a spiritualist. And she told me it was my spirit guide guiding me, unlocking a door for me to live my true self. And I had to leave the past behind. And people have been telling me, leave the past behind, leave the past behind. And I'm a person who unfortunately cannot do that, sooner than later. But I'm working on that as we speak, going forward as I'm getting older. And I took this leap of faith. I quit my job, and I had gone from full-time in corporate worlds to full-time working for myself almost overnight. The person who I had approached wanted to work with me in less than 30 minutes. I was taking a chance on myself, on my life, on my soul, on my finances.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure who was doing that. Of course, it was me, but I felt that there were some guides behind me, either my ancestors or, what have you. And right before I went away, actually, to Myrtle Beach, which has not happened because of COVID, but that's my kind of getaway place, my home away from home. I spoke to my friend again, who is the spiritualist, and she said, "You have a spirit guide." And that's when the light bulb went off. And I said, "Okay." She said, "It's a male, and you have to communicate with him." And I was a little freaked out. I wasn't sure how to do that. So I spoke with her, of course, and I had a build up again. I was feeling not ill, but I had cold-like symptoms. And she said it was my energy trying to clear out, to make room for what was coming up next for my business, for my soul, for my finances. So that kind of freaked me out, but I was inching towards that a little bit more every day. And I had a little conversation with my spirit guide. And then I spoke with my guide, the physical guide, my friend, who's a fantastic woman. And she said, "Well, is there a name for your spirit guide?" And I kept seeing the word Peter, or, P in my head. And she said, "Well, that's probably St. Peter." And that's when the floodgates kind of opened up into knowing who it was. I see him at night sometimes. I'm not afraid of him, but I haven't really communicated with him that often on my end. But I know that you have to allow your spirit guide to, to speak with you back and to communicate with you, back if you would like. You have to give them permission, is what I heard. So I've been trying to. He's I wouldn't say dark figure in a negative sense, in a spooky sense, but a dark figure. I'm not seeing a face. But when I spoke with you about a week ago, actually, no, I lied. I apologize. About 3 weeks ago.
You misspoke. You didn't lie. You misspoke.
Yeah, I misspoke. St. Peter came to me in the form of light. When we were speaking on the camera about 3.5 weeks ago after our other show that we do together. So, and then when I went to Myrtle Beach right after I found out who my spirit guide was, I had thought it was an ancestor, my paternal grandfather, who had passed away when I was 1 year old, 1 year old. And it wasn't him.
But he is with you.
He is with me because
yes, he is.
All the time. He's a very strong force in my life, although I never met him. And
he's very stoic too. He has, like, right now, I feel like I have a cigar, but I also feel like my shoulders are really pressed back. Like, I feel like I know who I am in my identity. And it's just like, I'm like an immovable force. Like, nothing could stress me out. Nothing could, in Spanish is sabidura. It's like, I'm a knowing, wise person. I feel him with you, giving you.
Just now, saying that, I felt the energy come from my legs up to my chest.
Yeah.
He was a very big presence in my family's life, but I never met him. And I, wish I had. I'm getting a bit emotional that I wish I had met my grandfather on my father's side. So I was hoping and praying it was him, but I know he's with me. I do look like him, and I try to act like him and think what he would have thought during these hard times in my life and, my milestones. So going back a little bit, I found out it was St. Peter, that I found out through you, actually, that he's a gatekeeper. I'm not sure what that means to me yet. Yes. But I'm working through that as well with your help and your guidance. And my spirit guide, the physical guide, my friend, had said to give myself a baptism in Myrtle Beach.
That makes sense, actually.
Right as I was worrying about, again, finances and how I would work through this large contract and how I would hire a staff and so forth and so on. So I did give myself a spiritual bath and cleansing in Myrtle Beach, which is my home away from home, which I feel like I have another history in Myrtle Beach or the South for some reason, which we have no time for that right now, but I hope to explore that in the future. And
I mean, we do have time for that because I see you die there in that in a past life. You died there. I could feel that, a heart attack.
so
Okay,
here
we
we
don't.
are, and I'm trying to communicate more and more with St. Peter, who I would like to learn more about and connect with.
Wow, this is so. So there's a few things I want to touch on here. So for the people at home who are discovering about their spirit guides and getting to know your spirit guides, the name of your spirit guide is irrelevant. I want you guys to know that, okay? It's for you was important and you got it, beautiful. But it is irrelevant because they don't speak the language of physical words. Their invitation is their energy field. So once you get used to their energy field, you know this is them and this is them right here. And it's so funny because I am so blissed out. There's just so much energy coming in because as a gatekeeper, for those of you guys who don't know, a gatekeeper is a guide who basically has a key to information for you. So we can't receive all of our past lives, all of our present life, all of our future purpose all at one time because our little human brain, they can't handle it, right? So it would just be too much. It would break us. It would literally break us, snap us. So this is why they give it to you in little increments. So it's very interesting that you got the name. And you know what? Before we continue on this, we're going to take a real short break. I have a huge announcement in this break that I'm about to show you. And it's kind of perfectly in alignment with what we're talking about. So look at the announcements. Don't blink. We'll be right back. Here it is. Welcome back to Divine Encounters. I'm your host, Dominique Rivera, the Oracle of Apollo. And thanks to our sponsor, Intention Pen. This is the Phoenix Pen, and this is about second chances, past life work. It is a manifestation pen. You can use the code Oracle7 to get your Intention Pen today at a discount with free engraving. Let's bring Joseph back on. Okay, so you saw there, I have an angel class coming up to help you guys practice discernment and build your relationships with your angels. And the really cool thing about this class that reminded me about St. Peter was at some point, with developing the relationship with my guides, now I can go, oh, that's so-and-so. without even no name required, just the energy, because each of them have a different sensation. And that's what I was getting at right before we went on commercial break. So I thought that was really interesting for that to happen with you. So what would you like to say to people? What message do you have for people out there if they're looking for their spirit guides, or maybe they're in a old program that doesn't let them, because of fear or because of unknowing, move forward to discover their true joy in the smorgasbord of opportunity that life is?
Sure. So I speak from experience, everybody. I would definitely, encourage you to break the glass ceiling of uncertainty and allow yourself to be open to the messages that will most definitely be beneficial to your life moving forward.
I couldn't agree with that anymore. I could not have said it better, for real, like better than anything like that. Okay, guys. Joseph. So I'm going to allow you to call in your spirit guides, because I'm going to be testing your knowledge and their knowledge, or I guess your trust in them. Let's see how that goes. And we're going to put you to the test, and you guys at home. So grab the kitties, grab the husband, grab the wife, and let's get into the Apollo games. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a question on the screen. And today's question is about sacred geometry. And all you have to do is, from the multiple choice, is select the right one. And if you win, you're going to get from me, the Oracle of Apollo, a social distancing, bona fide, certified, can't be replicated, because it's original and unique. High five. It is for you. It's all for you. Only, though, if you win.
Oh boy.
If not, I actually installed an ejector button in your seat. Don't
Perfect.
look around for it, though, but it's
Perfect.
there. A fair warning. Okay, so here we are. Here's the question. The words are really little, and for you, you won't see the top of the screen, but it says, what sacred geometry am I about to reveal? So here it is.
What sacred geometry shape am I about to reveal? The golden spiral, flower of life, Metatron's cube, Merkaba. Put your comments in the comment section below now.
Okay, guys, the question was the golden spiral, Metatron's cube, the flower of life, or a Merkaba. You have until the end of this music to figure it out. Okay, Joseph, you're the captain of this ship. So what do you think it is today?
I am going to answer Metatron's cube.
Okay, so you guys heard it here first. Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Bam, final answer. Sherry McQueen, flower of life. Ashley says, flower of life. We got some flowers of lives here. Lori also says, flower of life. Oh, how does that make you feel about your answer right now?
I'm not going to. I plead the fifth.
Okay, guys. Let's see who got it right.
What sacred geometry shape am I about to reveal? The golden spiral, flower of life, Metatron's cube, Merkaba. Put your comments in the comment section below now. Reveal time. Did you say Merkaba?
Oh, we had a very little tiny Merkaba, aka the star tetrahedron. And I'm pretty sure someone here got it right. Who was it? Someone got it right. I need a high five somebody. Where you at? Let me look. Where were you? Gabriela. Woo, Gabriela. High five for you. Good job, Gabriela. And high five to your spirit guides for giving you all that juicy information. Yes, for sure. Joseph, please tell everybody about other places they can find you and your information if they want to work with you and all of that beautiful stuff, please.
Well, thank you so much for that opportunity. So again, Joseph A. Federico. You can follow along across all of my social media platforms, including Google, with the hashtag Joseph A. Federico, Instagram, Joseph A. Federico, and josephafederico.com. You may also call me directly or send me a text for a free consult, 973-289-3517.
Say your phone number one more time.
973-289-3517 for all of your social media needs.
Fantastic. All right, here we go. I didn't put the little quotation things in the zip code, area code, but you guys understand that. All right. Fantastic. That's wonderful. I loved having you here. And when is the next time people can see you on a show?
On our show or
Anywhere else. Where can we see you? We want to see more of you. Where are we going to see you at?
Thank you for all these, chances and opportunities. So I'll actually be on with Oracle on Bathrobe Moments once a month. Ask the Experts. And the next one coming up is actually next Thursday at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern AM.
Yes, bathroom moments. And we all have our little expertise that we're going to be sharing with you guys. So much energy is coming in again that we're going to be sharing with you guys and imparting wisdom with you all, which is really exciting. If you are watching us on E360 TV, it's under the channel Fresh Takes, Bathrobe Moments. But if you're watching us on Facebook, you can go to Bathrobe Moments right there in the Facebook page or YouTube, Bathrobe Moments. Not bathroom, bathrobe. All right. So thank you guys all for being here. Joseph, I'm going to put you in the back for right now. And we're going to do the midweek collective energy check-in for the humans that are present here. And then we'll bring you back for your thoughts. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. And for you guys at home, if you've never seen the midweek collective energy check-in, it's a reading for the rest of your week. And of course, an angel blessing, because that's what we do here.
There is a button. It's a very sexy button. It says subscribe on it. I wish I could click on it, but YouTube won't let me.
Okay, guys, coming into your midweek collective energy check-in. Wait, I like the echo from earlier. Midweek energy check-in. Okay, I like to do 3 cards. This is the know what you need to know, how you will grow, and what you need to let go, know, grow, and let go. And make sure that you're sharing this so that other people can experience the blessings. All right, so we have the Hangman card here, crossroads, transition, turning points, and decisions. So I feel like here a lot of us are presented with choices. This is all about the Hangman. And those choices will include having to look at things from a different perspective, a detached perspective. It's kind of like you can't see the forest for the trees, or if you're looking at a masterpiece, you can't just like put your whole face in there and then see the whole picture. You have to take a step back. And this way you can appreciate every brush stroke, every line, every color, every blend and technique. So it's important to be able to take a step back from here for this. And I actually have these little tiny baby cards with me today in front of me that you guys can't see. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. So there's some change here and some finances for a lot of us, and we want that change to be positive. So let's see what we have to grow with. Let's see. We have look deeper, guardian angel. So this makes perfect sense with that Hangman. This is about introspection and looking with the Hangman, especially looking upside down. So if you haven't found a resolution to a situation right now or a problem that you're encountering, it's asking you to take a second look. Did you look left, right, above, below, behind, underneath? Think of it like the hallway of life. Did you look at every corner? Did you pick up the little tiny dust bunny that's all the way in the corner underneath the desk? Because it might be that it's like an Alice in Wonderland hole that you have to squeeze through, but you wouldn't have discovered it unless you look deep within yourself and then see where inside of yourself you need to dust off the cobwebs. So if you can't see how to get to the next thing, recognize the things right now that you can change in this moment. Okay, so let's see what we have for the let go card. For let go is that you are good enough. So I feel with this is kind of like that perspective that we had earlier about not being good enough. I see you, Reese, and I sent you a link. So make sure you pop on. And for you guys at home, I want you to know that when Padre Pio came to me, he said, it didn't matter if you were worthy. What matters is if you are willing. That is it. So if you are willing, then that makes you good enough to accomplish. If you are willing, that makes you good enough to succeed. Just be willing. When Joseph left his corporate job to go into the unknown, unsure of something that he's coming from a place of safety into uncertainty, he was just willing to participate in it and just allow what is to come. And that's how our biggest blessings and our biggest miracles manifest, is that state of surrendering. Okay, so just be willing. I want to pull a little tiny card for this. The Knight of Cups. Little tiny card is what this looks like. This Knight of Cups here energy, The knight is looking into his cup as he rides his horse. The cup is filled with dreams and desires and visions for the future and for tomorrow. The horse is not running to its goal because otherwise the contents of the cup would be exhausted and depleted. So he trots in a very fluid motion to his goals. Let's see what we have for your animal of the week or midweek. We have for our midweek animal is hippopotamus. Friends stand close by to shield you from life's adversities. So when obstacles are coming, you're still going to have the support that you need to get through those obstacles. So maybe family is causing obstacles, work is causing obstacles, but your soul buddies, those people who incarnated with you in this time to assist and elevate you, you can count on them. You can call them. And if you feel like, oh no, I don't want to bother anyone, they have been scripted into your life for a reason. So like Miss Cleo said, call me now. Guardian angel, you are not alone. This is a reminder. You are being helped, assisted, elevated. These shifts, these upturns, these downturns, they are for your highest and greatest good. Realize the things that you're actually asking for because the universe wants to give you that and they want to uplift you and elevate you and bring you closer to these things. Okay, guys? So recognize that you are not alone. And then let's get here into the angel blessing before we get into our winner for the night who has her link. So she should be popping up. Angel Celestina is blessing the collective with prosperity. This is not abundance because abundance is like instant anything. It can be more support, more time, but prosperity is something that we have cultivated, we have seeded. It's a harvest of sorts, and it should be for longevity. This is what I feel like. And we have Angel Michael blessing us with travel, movement forward. Archangel Michael being the angel of safety. And a lot of us haven't physically traveled because of COVID. But if you are physically traveling, this is your blessing to travel, as well as if you're not physically traveling, to travel into your inner world and to look deeper. It is a prosperous inner world. So make sure that you're tapping into that. And thank you guys for being here. And that is your midweek collective energy check-in. So now let's bring Mr. Joseph back up. Whoop, whoop. And what are your thoughts on this, friend?
That was amazing, to put it short and sweet. I definitely felt the energy rise within myself when you had mentioned Archangel Michael. I heard a lot about him during COVID through family and friends, especially my mother, Denise. And I actually lost a little bit of energy at the end of that as well. I went from 10 to about an 8, not in a negative sense, but just I think I'm shifting and side myself.
I understand. Yeah. And when we shift, we actually limit energy that goes through us. So if at any point we put a limitation, like this is too hard or I can't see how to get there, it can block the flow of energy, our flow of energy from coming in. Yeah. So thank you for sharing your thoughts and feelings on that. I hope this serves you guys at home. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings are about this. I am waiting. Thank you, Gabriela. I am waiting for Reese to come on. Come on, girl. I have a message for you and you got to be present for it. So come on up. Come on, like they say in Price is Right. Come on down and bring yourself over here, please. Yes. Thank you. And Joseph, is there anything that you want to impart to us? Is there the reason that you came today was to share your story, but was there anything additional that you felt like you really needed to say to anybody at home listening, maybe about your own personal experiences or lessons that you have worked through right now that you've learned for yourself? Is there any type of message you want to give to the collective?
I actually do, Oracle, and that is to truly be yourself. Not only within my own story, but this week was a big learning week for me. For whatever reason, my guides are assisting me to get rid of the baggage and let go of the past. And I've been told to, prove it time and again, to prove who I am. And I would like to, again, say to everybody, be true to yourself, be true to your story, and things will most definitely work out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Reese, I also sent you the link back to your Facebook and it's here in the comment section below. And authenticity is basically, it's life. if we're hiding behind what the fear of what other people are going to perceive us as, or what we're capable or not capable of, it's going to limit us, and it's going to make us not want to take steps forward. It's going to make us not want to discover. It's going to make us not want to challenge ourselves and go into the unknown. Stress is healthy for us, because that level of stress, that resistance, is what creates a barbell of energy that we then lift up and then we drop, and we create spiritual mastery through the uplifting and dropping of this barbell. So stress is beneficial to us here, guys. Just so you all know. Okay, so let's see. I sent her back her link. Let me get some cards here, right, nice and ready for her, because she's about to come on up in here. And you guys know you have an opportunity every week to win a personal reading with me, a little mini reading here, and that is going to be just by you sharing. Sharing is caring. It helps support the feed. And as well as I'm really excited about this Sunday. If you didn't see, thank you for loving my crown. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually doing a free talk at the circleofmiracles.org. Circleofmiracles.org this weekend, Sunday, 10 a.m. I'm going to teach you guys how to heal with your ancestors. And it is, Reese, it is in your Facebook Messenger. And it's also in here in the comment section below. In your Facebook Messenger is the link. It says StreamYard, and all you have to do is click it. And so I'm inviting everybody to this. It's free. You just go to the website and click April 11th, and it will be right there. And then I'm also taking and teaching you guys how to develop a relationship with your angels. I have not taught a collective class for 8 months. I have only been taking private students and private sessions, and my time has just been completely booked by that. But May 22nd, I'm taking 15 students to teach you how to develop your clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance, clear feeling, clear hearing, clear knowing, clear seeing with your angels, to practice discernment and connect to your guides, okay? And I'm only taking 15 people for that. So make sure you email me at divineencounters@e360tv.com. And if you want to be where Joseph is today, you can, and you have a supernatural story time, go ahead and email me at divineencounters@e360.com, and I'll bring you on the show. Yeah. And I think for you, Joseph, it's just going to keep going. I mean, this doesn't stop. It just keeps unfolding, right?
Absolutely.
And like layers of an onion. So what are you looking forward to? What are you calling in expectantly?
I am calling in expectantly. I am trying to, again, be truer to myself. Really trying to drop the baggage of the past to allow me to go forward with my business and also on my path for my soul.
Wow. And we have to stay in that groundedness of that energy, because it's so easily persuaded just by baggage or circumstance or anything like that.
That's
And
true.
Reese, it is in your messenger comments. Inside of your messenger on Facebook is your link. It's just click it. It's in your messages. You come out of here, come out of the video, go to your messages and click so we can bring you on. We got 5 minutes left, Reese. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Oh no. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Do you have a spirit animal?
Do I have a spirit animal?
Yeah. Have you met your spirit animal?
I have not. Jokingly, yes, but for real, I have not. I know what came to mind when you said that, but I don't.
What came to mind?
Shark.
Shark.
Why
shark?
Well, first, I'm afraid of them, but in the sense that they're so prehistoric and they're survivors. I think that's really why I thought of shark and that came to mind, honestly.
That's wonderful. I love shark because, they look so extraterritorial and like aggressive, but really they're just, they're just doing their thing. And they also can be very gentle and beautiful as well.
And they're survivors, baby.
And they're survivors. Yeah. You know what came to mind for you from me was parrot.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And parrot is all about the energy of repetition because they're teachers. Parrots are teachers.
Interesting.
And they appreciate nature and all of the colors, and they're very beautiful. They also have wings so they can fly. They choose to have freedom at whatever notice moment that they have. They can choose that. But the fact that they repeat makes them different than any of the other kinds of birds because they impart wisdom as well in that repetition.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's kind of like integration, right? When we integrate something, it has every chance to escape again. But if we pass it along, then we recycle the information and that's how we keep it. And here's Parrot. Let sunshine revitalize your soul and color transform your world. This is what I saw.
Oh, wow. I'll take it.
I'll take it. I love it. I was looking for shark in here, but I did not see shark. And I don't know if you noticed, I made your little commercial was all animals because we always give animals on here. Reese, it is the last message that you would have received in your messenger from me personally. We have 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to get on here, girl. 3 minutes. TikTok. Let's go. Let's go. This is so fun.
Come on, Reese.
I know. Let's go, Reese. Let's go, Reese. Yes, you are going to have to come on here. That is the whole name of the game. I messaged you in your messages from me, Dominique Rivera, in your messenger. I'm going to type, I am here. I'm here, right here in your, it should be popping up right now as I'm messaging you. And there is your, right there. And that is to receive it. You guys have to be present. That is the whole gimmick here. Okay. You have to be present here. Otherwise you guys can share again and try again next week.
It's not so bad, everybody.
I know. It's not. And it's not like there's so many shares that it's like, oh no, I'll never get a reading. So, it's pretty, I'm pretty simple here. You just got to be present. And did you guys make sure that you drink water too today as well? Drinking water. Okay. So as Reese is getting prepared, because I know she's going to be arriving here in the next 1 minute, she's going to be arriving here.
Come on, Reese.
Come on, Reese. This is actually really funny. You know what's interesting? Joseph, someone showed me a picture the other day and I was like, wow, I just found the link and it won't work. Yikes. That is crazy. It should definitely work because here it is again. I'm going to send it to you one more time. It always works. All you have to do is click it. There we go. Last time. Come on, Reese. And it looked like you. And I just realized that when you were talking, I was like, wait, there was this picture someone showed me the other day and it looks like you. So I don't know.
Who was the picture of, if I may ask?
The pictures of no one. It was a psychic drawing that somebody drew for a friend of mine. And they were like, this is your soulmate. And I was like, why does this person look familiar? I have to show it to you. I swear. I was like, here I am. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm going to have to introduce these two people. Maybe they have something to work together with. Because we usually think that soulmates are just like romantic, but not really.
No.
They can be for lots of reasons. And you don't only get one. You get many soulmates in a lifetime. So, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. You're welcome. I'm going to share it I can't share it to you today because my phone got smashed by a truck.
I know. I'm sorry to hear that.
So, that's funny. Okay, Reese, I'm just going to tell you real quick. You're going to get a 30-second from me then. You have the card of emotion, literally a 30-second. Self-control. You're going to have what is unregarded and discarded holds a secret of seeds creation and conclusions are within reach. So you're going to be taking something that was old and discarded and you're going to be able to use that and bring new information to yourself. And guys, in order to get your messages, you do have to be present here on Divine Encounters. That is the whole fun of the episode. And thank you, Joseph, again for being here. I can't wait to see you again on the 15th when we go in and we ask the experts. And we'll see you there. I'm Bathrobe Moments. And if you guys want to work with him, there he is. Share your Divine Encounter stories with me. Email me at divineencounters@e360tv.com. Thank you for creating divine experiences here for yourself and with us today. May you all go in love, light, and wisdom to know thyself, love thyself, and remember the divine always has your back. Ciao.
Divine.